Hello there guys, and welcome back to another update video with myself, Foorun. Now today we're going to be taking a look at what is coming in the update on the 10th of November 2016. Now as you can see here, we are in the inventory screen in Rust, so we can see what is within our Steam inventory. Now you may be noticing that this is slightly different to the last time that you may have looked at it yourself. You can now see that we have wood, metal and cloth up here in the left hand corner. You can also see these little bags down at the side. So obviously last week we talked about the new stuff that Gary did with integrating the game more with Steam. So this is one of the new things that he's now been working on. If we go on ahead and click on one of our items, we can now break it down into cloth. As you can see, it takes a little bit of time to get through, but once it's done, it's broken down and I now have one cloth. Each item comes within its own category, so you can break down your armor for cloth. You can click on multiple things and break them all down at once also. You can break down stuff like town signposts and other similar things into wood. And then you can break down weapons into metal. Now currently the only things we can actually craft with is cloth, so we could make a low quality bag which includes all of these items here. This is pretty much all the low end items within the game in terms of armor. Now this will cost you 25 cloth. And if we go and take a look at the other one, this is a high quality bag. It will cost you 100 cloth, but you'll get a lot higher end items in here. So you can get yourself the big grin. You could also get yourself the digital camo MP5. There's a lot of nice things in here, including the Bee Chills hoodie, many other high-end items. Now hopefully over the next few days, or possibly even before the update hits, as Gary is still working pretty hard on this and things are continuously changing, we may have some other high-end items that we can craft with wood and metal. So this is all I can show you in terms of this at the moment, guys, but you can get yourself some nice skins if you have an excess of stuff that you don't actually need. Now moving over to stuff in the game, guys, we have a big nerf to the Flamethrower. It now uses twice as much fuel as it previously did, but it also holds twice as much fuel as well. You can also no longer just single tap it to make some flames come out and easily burn things down. Alongside with this, the player damage from the Flamethrower has also been increased. So now I'm just going to quickly demonstrate this for you guys. So if we go for a single tap, it will use 3 to 4 fuel. And as you will notice, we are not getting any flames from this. But we have done a little bit of damage to the door. Now if I hold this in, there you go, now we get some flames from it. So you no longer be able to easily just tap it to get yourself some flames. You're going to actually have to spend some fuel now to try and break things down. We have also had some changes to the semi-auto rifle. Now the recoil and damage have been balanced, which should make it easier for you to hit things. So I'm just going to go along and show you the recoil and take a couple of shots at these targets just so you can see it in action. Now sadly the next lot of updates that I have for you guys, there's not really a lot I can show you. We do have some radiation staggering now, so it will be when you're going into a rad town or monument, when you start moving in, the radiation won't just jump on you immediately and start hitting you for a hell of a lot. It will slowly build up as you get deeper into the monument. We also have a new component just been added today. It is the semi-auto body. It will stack to 10, it is rare, and you will only be finding this in crates. Now obviously the semi-auto body will be used to make semi-auto rifles and pistols. This is an effort to make the early game last a little bit longer so that everybody's not moving up into the guns pretty quickly. On the flip side of that, the water pipe shotgun no longer requires a pipe. That is pretty ironic, but it is so that you can get it earlier on in the game. We've also had a nerf in terms of rocket raiding. The rocket launcher cost has now gone up. It now costs 100 high quality metal and 10 metal pipes. Also, the cost of rockets has gone up. It now costs 2 pipes, 150 gunpowder and 10 explosives. And we have also had a nerf on the recycler. So now if you are putting in sheet metal or springs, you won't be getting quite as much metal out. We have also had an attempted fix added in for the empty barrels. It was supposed to have been fixed last week, but we didn't actually get to see that. All we seen was more empty barrels. Alongside that, we've also had reduced rad pill spawns. There were a hell of a lot of them over the past week. Whenever you were looting a barrel, you'd be getting a sizable amount of rad pills as well. This has been reduced. And then this here is the last thing that I have for you guys. We now have food boxes in the junk piles, but you will notice they're not the usual like little trash boxes that we did used to have. They are now the ration boxes, which we were shown about in a dev blog quite a while ago. So these now spawn within the junk piles. You will still see the previous food boxes within the game. They are still around and they are still spawning loot. So that is literally everything I have for you guys this week in terms of updates. Just bear in mind we still have a few hours to go. So just make sure you keep an eye on @Rust Updates over on Twitter, so that you can see all the commits as they are added. Also make sure you go and check the dev blog, because the devs can always tell you more than I can. They're always working on extra things and they can give you some insight into stuff that's coming into the future. So I hope you have enjoyed, guys. If you have, make sure you hit that like button. If you would like to see more content, make sure that you are subscribed. And if any of you guys are looking for a server to play on over this next week, please bear in mind my server. You can come over and play along with me over at Foorun's Funhouse. It is a completely vanilla server and you will find it in the community tab. So thank you very much, guys. Have a good day.